Module Overview. Module 3 offers an exhaustive and profound exploration of the early and critical stages of the public policy process: agenda setting, policy formulation, and decision-making. These stages serve as the gateway through which societal problems transform into actionable policies and legal frameworks that shape governance and public service delivery. This module delves into the political, social, economic, and institutional factors that influence how issues gain prominence on the policy agenda, how viable policy options are developed, and how decisions are ultimately made amid competing interests, power struggles, and resource constraints. 1. Agenda setting. Conceptual foundations. Agenda setting involves determining which public problems receive government attention and are prioritized for action. It is a dynamic process shaped by political will, media framing, public pressure, and institutional capacity. Types of agendas: systemic agenda, the set of issues widely recognized by the public and media; institutional agenda, issues formally accepted by governmental decision-making bodies. Theories and models. Kingdon's multiple streams model: the confluence of problems, policies, and politics creates policy windows for agenda breakthroughs. Issue attention cycle. Anthony Downs: public interest in issues rises and falls over time, affecting agenda stability. Punctuated equilibrium. Theory: long periods of policy stability interrupted by sudden shifts triggered by external shocks. Influencing factors: political entrepreneurs, interest groups, crises, media campaigns, public opinion, and institutional rules. 2. Policy formulation. Definition and scope. Policy formulation is the stage where alternative courses of action are developed, analyzed, and refined before official adoption. It is a collaborative and complex process involving multiple stakeholders. Actors involved: legislators, bureaucrats, experts, consultants, interest groups, and civil society. Techniques and tools: cost-benefit analysis, weighing the economic pros and cons of policy options. Impact assessment, evaluating environmental, social, and economic effects. Scenario planning, anticipating future outcomes under different policy choices. Stakeholder analysis, identifying and understanding interests, influence, and coalitions. Challenges: conflicting interests, incomplete information, uncertainty, and political bargaining. 3. Decision-making. Decision-making theories. Rational choice model assumes clear objectives, full information, and logical selection of optimal alternatives. Bounded rationality recognizes cognitive limitations and satisficing behavior. Incremental decision-making. Small adjustments from existing policies rather than radical changes. Political decision-making. Decisions influenced by power, negotiations, and coalition building. Institutional contexts. Role of legislatures, executives, courts, and bureaucracies in making and legitimizing policy decisions. Veto points and gatekeepers. Structural checks that can delay, modify, or block decisions. The role of leadership. Leadership styles, charisma, vision, and crisis management impact decision outcomes. 4. Interactions between stages. The module stresses the fluidity between agenda setting, formulation, and decision-making, where feedback loops, overlaps, and revisitations are common. Policy windows may open and close quickly, requiring readiness and strategic action. The complex interplay of rationality and politics is highlighted throughout. Learning outcomes. Upon completion of this module, you will be able to explain the processes and significance of agenda setting in public policy, analyze the various actors and tools used in policy formulation, evaluate different decision-making models and their applicability, understand institutional roles and political dynamics influencing policy decisions, apply theories such as Kingdon's multiple streams to real-world policy cases,